Good evening. Welcome to the first Monon District Recognition event. My name is Jason King, and I'm proud to serve as your district chair. Would the 2020 Eagles please assemble for the presentation of the colors, led by Ernest Wilkins from Troop 269.
May the audience please rise for the presentation of the colors. Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, prepare to post the colors. Scout hand salute. Color guard, post the colors. Will the audience please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Scout sign. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2. Color guard, return. Color guard, dismissed. Audience at ease.
Thank you, Ernest. I'd now like to recognize some of our council and district representatives that are here with us this evening. Please welcome our Monon District Chaplain, Damon Heasley. Drop some things here. Our District Director, Eddie Stahl. And our District Executives, Liv Fairchild and Emma Pinsick. I would also like to acknowledge the members of our district team who are here with us this evening, and specifically our Council Advancement Chair, Sarah Gormley. Our Program Chair, Sandy Martindale. Training Chair, Susan Wilson. Our Camping Chair, Eric Sampson. And our District Commissioner, Tim Sherrill. And so before we eat, let us remember that a scout is reverent. And so our District Chaplain, Damon Heasley, will now lead us in prayer.
If you'll please prepare yourself for prayer. Dear Lord, the challenges of this pandemic have halted many traditions we hold dear, and at the same time have opened the door to opportunities we could not have predicted. And you, O Lord, have carried us through. You know what's behind our masks and in our hearts, and help us to live the Scout oath and Scout law daily. Bless those who are receiving awards tonight, that they can continue making a significant impact on Scouting, And we praise you for their accomplishments and pray you bless them on their journey. Be with us all as we make a difference in the lives of youth and adults in Crossroads of America Council, and especially here in Monon District. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much, Damon. So I guess it's time to eat. So we'll get started with that. I'm going to start with our tables on the right. We'll just, I guess we'll just start in the back there and on the right side, and then work our way forward, and then the second row, and then the third. So we'll go from there. Enjoy. Oh, I guess, what's that? All right, hopefully everybody was able to get some coffee and their bundt cake. Looks like there's a little bit more over there, and there's definitely more coffee, so feel free to help yourselves as we go on throughout the evening. So we're gonna go ahead and get the programming started so that we can keep everybody on time as best as possible. So I'm gonna ask now if Ted Taylor could please come forward to recognize our 2020 class of Eagle Scouts.
Thanks very much, Jason. One of the things that we'd like to do as a tradition in Monon is to say thank you to the district committee for all the help that they've done in helping our scouts become Eagles. And there's a special lanyard which I made for whoever the current district chairman is, and it contains the same number of beads as Eagle Scouts from the previous year. So Jason, do you want to come up? This lanyard has 132 beads. Each rest. I had to get extra length of rope. All right. We'd like to recognize the fine scouts and the work that they've done for their communities through their service projects. And this past year in Monon, we were blessed with advancing, as I mentioned, 132 youth to the rank of Eagle. Their total service time totaled over 16,000 hours. And we have several of those young men with us tonight, and they're very honored to have them here. And you saw them at the opening flag ceremony. You probably noticed these placards at your table and the slides that were flashing by. Several different Eagle projects are represented on each of your tables. And right now, I'd like to call these young men to the stage to receive a small token of our appreciation. From Troop 56, Kyle Falk and Luke Falk. And applause for those two. Troop 73, James Zalke. Troop 101, Ryan Blackmore and Paul Stage. Troop 107, Corbin Bender. John M. Troop 109, Jackson Orler. Troop 131, Sam Balanoff. Troop 132, Braylon Price, Christopher Von Bargen, and Louis Winthrop. Troop 174, Zach Crow and Max Simmons. Troop 180, Old Delmi, Thomas Weaver. Troop 180, Old Nelsh Star, Ethan Romp. Troop 199, Max Oldham and Nick Thomas. Troop 269, Ernest Wilkins. Troop 303, Alexander Horn. Troop 358, Jack Keller and Andrew Swack. Troop 514, John Fenchick, Ivan Miller, and Matthew Slonka. Troop 777, Matthew Trotman. We're so honored to have them here. Please congratulate these scouts for earning Scouting's highest honor. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Sandy Martindale now has a special recognition. No mind?
Thank you. Similar to the Eagle rank for Scouts BSA, the Summit rank represents venturing's highest honor. Since a lot of you probably aren't familiar with the Summit rank for venturing, I'm just going to read through what the requirements are. Fairly impressive. Completing training in CPR, first aid, leadership, goal setting, time management, project management, and personal safety. Serving in multiple leadership positions. Establishing and achieving personal goals. Performing a minimum of 60 hours of service. Participating in at least 7 adventures, at least one of which is a Tier 3, and serving as a leader for at least one of them. Training for and mentoring another venturer in planning and implementing a venturing activity. Completing multiple structured personal reflections and a personal code of conduct. Leading an ethical, controversy, and conflict resolution scenario. Planning, developing, and giving leadership to a service project, very similar to an Eagle project. And then participating in an advisor conference and successfully completing a crew board of review. I'm very pleased to recognize Allison Cunningham from Crew 202 for earning this very rarely achieved rank. Although Allison can't be here tonight, I think something about studying for finals maybe. I think she is potentially watching us online, is that right? So hello, Allison, and congratulations. Her family is here to represent her. Her parents and her grandparents are here. So we are very proud to present a certificate and an award to Allison Cunningham. Now I'll turn the program back over to Ted.
Thank you, Sandy. At this time, I'd like to recognize the units and the scoutmasters of these Eagle Scouts. Scouting recognizes the contribution that they put in to their units, well beyond that 1 hour a week that we're talked about. To recognize the help that these Eagles have received, I'm going to ask the scoutmasters from each troop to come forward. If the scoutmaster is not here, I would like some representative of the troop to please come up and get the packet for that scoutmaster. What we've done is have some ribbons that they can put on their troop flag. For those units that have at least one Eagle Scout, they have a bronze ribbon. And then there's a lanyard that was made for those scoutmasters. And the idea is to put a bead, a colored bead, for every Eagle Scout that goes through under their leadership. So what we have today is we have a ribbon and a packet. And all those that, since this is something that we've been doing in the old Delmi, but it's new to North Star, the lanyards are, there's a lanyard for every scoutmaster from the old North Star to get us started. Bronze ribbons are for those that have at least one Eagle Scout. There's a silver ribbon if 5%, 5 to 10% of the troop members earn Eagle in a year. And then there's a gold ribbon if 10% or above earn Eagle. For very large troops, 80 and above, they have to have at least 8 Eagle Scouts to qualify. So, earning the Bronze Award, we'll do a 1 clap. For Troop 18, Stephen Bai. Troop 69, Chad Gaylor. Troop 73, Lee Rise. Troop 101, Todd Van Blanc. Troop 120, Rick Bossingham. Troop 131, Steve Simmons. Troop 183, Mike Wyatt. 131, Sean Murphy. And 303, Jeff White. Now, if there are representatives from Troop 18, 69, 73, 101, 120, 131, 183. All righty. Earning a silver ribbon with 5 to 10% of their roster earning the rank of Eagle in 2020. Troop 105, Scott Skull. Troop 109, Al Kane. Troop 112, Dan Andrews. Troop 132, Derek Coons. Troop 150, Tim Triplett. Troop 174, Frank Ott. Troop 343, Edward Steno. Troop 358, Chuck Bricker. Troop 595, Terry York. Troop 733, Brent Johnson. Are there any representatives from those units? There were 15 troops that earned the Gold Award, 10% or more of their roster, earning the rank of Eagle in 2020. Troop 56, Peter Holtz. Troop 72, Daniel Hirsch. Troop 103, Scott Burkowski. Troop 107, John Miles. Troop 118, Ken Badger. Troop 152, John Deegan. Troop 180 Carmel, Eric Sampson. Troop 180 Indy, Eric Bowles. Troop 199, Brian Spellman. Troop 202, Jay Giblick. Troop 269, Daniel Wagner. Troop 514, Mary Fenchick. Troop 777, Keith Troutman. Troop 804, Sam Denneman. And Troop 936, Robert Bishop. Okay, representatives of those troops. Please give a round of applause for our Scoutmasters and for our Eagle Scouts. Jason, you're up. State of the district. Why don't you read that and I'll wherever you want.
All right, well, before we get going on the state of the district, We do want to just welcome honor a couple others who are here with us tonight. Really, I didn't earn this. I think they gave it to me because our two previous district chairs would look really awkward if they were wearing it at the same time. So I think they just decided to give it to me instead. So what we are going to do, though, is we are going to recognize our most recent district chairs for the North Star and Del Mar districts. So we have here Bob Bissell and Paul Kovach. Did I get that right? Where am I at on here? Yes. So if you could come forward if you're here, please. And then also our previous district commissioners, we've got a small gift for you as well. And your names are not listed here, I'm sorry. District commissioners. Jim Hester and Jenny Byer. Are you here this evening? Okay. That's all right. All right. Well, thank you for your service. Well, as I shared earlier, I'm Jason King. I'm very proud to serve as the district chair for the Monon district, for such a strong district with the combination of our two very strong districts before. Like I said, we are very fortunate to have benefited from the leadership of Paul Kovach and Bob Bissell as our district chairs. And they've been able to build such a strong team over the years that I'm continuing to learn from them and from that team and work to do half as good of a job as you guys did over the years. So thank you again for your contributions and leadership. So over the last year, I found myself looking to our movement's founder, Lord Baden-Powell, for inspiration with different quotes, different books and other readings out there. And so one that stuck with me the most this last year is that a scout is never taken by surprise. He knows exactly what to do when anything unexpected happens. And to say that the events that have transpired over the last year were unexpected would be a very extreme understatement. Yet our scouts, our units, our district, and our council all found ways to show that they knew exactly what to do when the unexpected happened. I'm going to start by recognizing accomplishments of our council, then our district, our units and leaders, and finally, and most importantly, our scouts. In 2020, Crossroads of America Council pivoted quickly to offer summer camp adventure boxes and Randsburg virtual experiences for the summer camp options. And also found ways to engage our scouts despite the lack of ability to host our units on our camp properties. Our council was intimately involved with helping get School Access Bill 398 to pass by the state of Indiana legislature, which allows youth-serving patriotic organizations into schools for programming and recruitment. Here on the Camp Belzer property, we saw the groundbreaking of the Belzer Innovation Center, and our local scout shop was rebranded as Crossroads Outfitters to better serve our scouting families. There's been a couple of blood drives over the last year here at Camp Belzer, one in October and one just about a month ago. And anybody that hasn't figured out what that's all about, that's part of the council's latest recruitment efforts. We all know that the scouting spirit is contagious, so we're hoping that with getting blood from our scouters and getting that in the arms of others in need, that's just going to continue to grow here in Central Indiana. So that's my poor attempt at a joke. So you can laugh more at my begging for laughter. So in spite of these challenges in 2020, we experienced the successful merger of our former North Star and Del Mar districts to create the greatest district, in my humble opinion, in our council. Thank you again to Paul Kovach and Bob Bissell, as well as Jim Hester and Jenny Byer for their leadership of these former districts and guidance in the merger. I also want to recognize Laura Roshinsky for her leadership in ensuring we could still host a Merit Badge University virtually this year, which ended up providing opportunities for 478 youth in 2020 to work on merit badges. Our units participated in the inaugural Adopt a School program in 2020 to continue building relationships with our schools. And Gaylor Electric came through in a big way for the last 2 years as a presenting sponsor of the 2020 Hamilton County Mayor's Breakfast, as well as the 2021 Monon District sponsor. So thank you, Gaylor Electric, for that. All of this work helped our 58 Cub Scout packs serve 2,449 Cub Scouts with a 67% retention rate. Our 45 Scouts BSA troops served 1,662 youth with a 78% retention rate, and our 9 venturing crews served 26 venturers. That is a total of 112 units serving 4,137 youth in the Monon District. Of those youth, 2,348, or 96% of our Cub Scouts advanced in rank. In Scouts BSA, 2,871 merit badges were earned, and 1,098, or 66%, of our Scouts BSA advanced at least 1 rank in 2020. We saw earlier and heard earlier of our 132 Eagles. Their work, especially in the world of COVID, I don't know how to think about what it would have been like to work on an Eagle project then. I was speaking with an Eagle here earlier this evening and was hearing about all of the unexpected things that came up. And I just remember when I worked on my Eagle years ago that, I think that if you have an Eagle project that doesn't have something unexpected come up, then you're probably doing it wrong. So, this year I think everybody got their fair share. So strong work there, thank you. All of our Scouts also sold almost $500,000, $495,000 in popcorn. And this resulted in approximately $190,000 deposited into our units' bank accounts. All of these numbers are a reflection of the strong leadership we have in our district, with 598 registered Cub Scout leaders and 760 Scouts BSA leaders in 2020. These leaders are supported by our 34 unit commissioners and 50 members of our district committee. Together, our Scouts and Scouters logged 25,292 hours of community service, and we know there was more that wasn't even logged. As we work to get every Scout to camp, we currently have 475 Cub Scouts registered to attend Camp Belzer or Family Camp, 101 Scouts registered for Arrow of Light Camp, and 859 Scouts BSA youth registered to attend camp at Rainsburg this summer. As Baden-Powell said, a week of camp life is worth 6 months of theoretical teaching in the meeting room. Please know that our council is taking COVID protocols seriously with camp this year, and I ask that you continue to promote summer camp within your units. Of course, with all these accomplishments, this is still not time to sit idle. We're looking to the future of scouting in the Monon District and the Crossroads of America Council to continue to look ways to better serve our youth. Our district has started a Den Leader Resource Committee to provide better support for our Den leaders, and we are launching an Eagle Alumni Engagement Committee. Our council has graciously offered to cover registration fees for all kids K through 8 who join Scouts before May 31st this year. These new Scouts and those Scouts who recruit them will also receive a free fishing pole. I know my daughters have both recruited. Actually, I found out today one of my daughters has her second Scout she's recruited in the last week. So both of my daughters have 3 Scouts now that they've recruited. So they're going to get their fishing poles, and we got some new Scouts to join. So I just ask all of you to go back to your units and challenge your youth to ask their friends to join and have fun with them. We also have another free fishing day planned throughout our council. Actually, the first one is coming up this weekend on May 2nd, and then we have another one planned on September 25th later this year. We're currently working here in the district to host a July fellowship cookout for our leaders. And I'm very excited about the Indiana Scouting Explosion that will be held on October 1st through 3rd at Camp Atterbury. I hear they're going to possibly blow some stuff up, so that's going to be some fun. All Scouts in Indiana are invited to that event, and it will be exclusive to scouting families only. I'll leave you with one more quote from our founder. The real way to gain happiness is to give it to others. I see how all of you give happiness to our Scouts and their families. Your work and our combined unit successes are what allows us to be successful at the district and council levels. I'm encouraged and inspired by you every day. Thank you. Yeah, I guess we'll wait for Eddie to come up now.
It's good I have the script in the back there, so I wasn't waiting for Jason to call me up. We'll be waiting a little bit longer. I'll be brief. I'll try to be bold, and I'll try to keep it maybe wholehearted. I think the last time I was around this many Scouters at one time was last year's recognition dinner, about a week before the world kind of changed. And it is a delight. It is a pleasure. All three of us are not in uniform tonight as your professionals, but believe me, it's been a week. We're working hard for May 2nd on Sunday, and we're expecting a lot of great stuff. But again, we don't do and we wouldn't do what we can do without all of you in this room. I think that's something you all know, but I think it's important to be said over and over again that you all are the movement. You could do this with or without a council staff. You could do this with or without Camp Belzer, right? You understand the program. You're changing lives on a daily basis. And for that, we are so grateful, and we are thankful for you all. So I will get to my part here, and I have a couple of shout-outs. So first and foremost, merit badge counselors. And I think Laura Roshinsky was mentioned earlier from Troop 1120. She is a rock star. If you guys haven't noticed, she made virtual merit badge universities happen in about 2 months in 2020, and she ran with it again in 2021 to make sure that those kids still had an opportunity to complete some courses and some prerequisites or so forth. So big shout out to Laura and all the merit badge counselors. Obviously you guys do the work that isn't seen all the time, but all these Eagle Scouts in the room can attest that your work has helped them, it has taught them, and hopefully those are many lessons that can take to college or avoid some lessons from college and maybe learn what they like before they ever spend money in that realm. So merit badge counselors, thank you very much. The same can be said for our Eagle Board of Review team, Ted Taylor. Thank you for your hard work. I know Mike Smith isn't here. He was a representative from the North Star District running that same capacity, but without you and your leadership and all the Scouters in this room that also participate on those Eagle Board of Reviews on top of every other hat that you wear, we are very fortunate to have you, and we thank you. A couple of dedicated Scouters went above and beyond this year to form new units. And obviously, it was very tough this year because we couldn't meet in person. So how the heck do you start a new unit? We had a couple of people that were able to do that. So I want to recognize a couple of troops and individuals within those troops. Our newest troop to the Monon District is Troop 1910 and 1920, both out of Westfield. They are, special recognition, Seth Hamilton, Jim DeSaulniers, Autumn Zawadsky, Eric Cox as well. So thank you all very much for what you've done. I know that it wasn't easy, and there was a lot of turmoil in what you're doing to provide another option for the kids in Westfield and Carmel and anywhere to be a part of the scouting program. We thank you for that. Another troop I wanted to get it submitted today so badly, but they're waiting a couple of registration fee payments from a couple of families. But Troop 721 is going to be our newest troop as of hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed. They are going to be out of Tabernacle Presbyterian Church down at around 30th. We're about our southernmost troop that we have in the Monon District. So Dan Hirsch and Dan Coring are going to be leading that charge along with Mary Tuttle. So when you see them, please make sure you extend a hand and thank them as well. Troop 7330, another link troop for a male troop 733. Brent and Julie Johnson, thank you for your efforts to put that together. Again, it wasn't easy. You're kind of starting from scratch, but you made it work. You recruited kids outside of the ones you knew. And I know your strong connections to PACs have helped you get that accomplished. So thank you, Brent and Julie Johnson. Lastly is Vince and Beth Hernley. Troop 173 is our last link troop. They came in fairly early. Last year we haven't had the opportunity to recognize them until now, but that is also a great troop that's gotten started there for young females out of St. Paul's Episcopal. So again, another Indianapolis troop. So thank you all. I think with that, I'm going to kick it over to Susan, and I don't think I'm going to talk for the rest of the night. So I appreciate you all again. Jack started cheering. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate you all, and if there's anything we can do, I always tell you this, but don't hesitate to reach out. Susan.
The following units have achieved 100% of their leadership as trained. That includes the chartered org representative, unit leaders and all their assistants, any den leaders and their assistants, the committee chair, and all committee members. If your unit is called, please send up somebody to receive your award. Crew 69, Crew 125, Crew 202, Pack 116, Pack 123, Pack 129, Pack 150, Pack 160, Pack 188, Pack 199, Pack 830, Pack 3582, Pack 3583, Pack 3585, Troop 69, Troop 103, Troop 112, Troop 125, Troop 152, Troop 199, Troop 202, Troop 269, Troop 303, Troop 514, Troop 777, Troop 1030, Troop 1090, and Troop 1120. And we apologize to those last two for them not making it to the slide. All right, we'd like to have a hand of congratulations for all those units with that training. All right, and Sandy will tell us about units earning the Diamond Award.
The Diamond Award was created to encourage units to excel in the program areas of camping, advancement, service, and training. Units earning this award met stretch goals in each of the 4 categories during 2020. Following units are Diamond Award recipients for this year. Pack 116, and you can come up and get your award. Pack 160, Troop 202, Crew 125, and Crew 202. Now Susan could come back up to the podium. We'll review the training awards for this year.
Cub Scout Training Awards require specific tenure in a registered position, completion of Cub Scout basic leader training, participation in roundtables and powwow or the University of Scouting, and the completion of various performance criteria relative to the awards. The Den Leader Training Award is presented to Jim Desaulniers. Other Den leaders have earned and received their Den Leader Training Award throughout the year, and their names are listed on the overhead slide. The Scouter Training Award for Cub Scout is for committee chairs or committee members who, again, have met certain criteria, tenure, and program criteria. Those qualifying this past year were Stuart Hilbert and William Hammer. You got it. All right, congrats, Stuart. Scouter Training Awards for Scouts BSA require 2-year tenure in a registered troop leadership position, the completion of basic training, attendance at University of Scouting, or 4 roundtables each year, and 4 performance criteria. Over this past year, this award has been received by Anthony Cozy, Jonathan Fenimore, Damon Heasley, Mark Keys, Joseph Corzin, Maurice Qualls, Ed Ratz, John Sampson, Beth Spellman, Tim Triplett, Lucas Wellington, Joshua Wellington, and Autumn Zadisky. Thank you, sorry. Yes. Okay, all right. Would Jason King present the next awards?
Training awards can also be earned by members of the district committee. The new modular online training is completed according to one's function in the district. The district committee Scouters Training Award has recently been completed by Bob Bissell, Sarah Gormley, Sandy Martindale, Eric Sampson, and Susan Wilson. Susan?
You may have heard of training keys. In units, keys may only be earned by unit leaders, Cubmasters, Scoutmasters, and crew advisors. They require additional tenure and additional performance items relative to their type of unit. This year, Jonathan Stowe has earned the Cubmaster key. I'm going to ask Tim, our district commissioner, to join me in announcing one more key.
Commissioners support PACs, troops, and crews with mentoring, coaching, and service. The commissioner staff assists with recharter process and unit assessment, including Journey to Excellence and the new Promise to Parents program. I'd like to introduce Val Swift, who has earned the commissioner's key this past year for his support of PAC, Troop, and Crew 199. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Chuck Harris to present our Veteran Awards.
Veteran Awards are national tenure awards given in 5-year increments. They must be applied for by the recipient. We encourage all of you to apply for these awards. This year we award 5-year pins to Doug Surfleet and Steve Wilson, 15-year pins to Sarah Gormley and Eric Sampson, a 20-year pin to Jason King, and a 35-year pin to Dave Bartos. Now, not everybody's going to get a pin. The scout shop ran out. But I have it on good authority that they will be given to you later. I'd like to welcome Mike Falk to the podium now to tell you about the Hooked on Scouting Award and the Sparkplug Award.
The Hooked on Scouting Award is for newly registered leaders who display outstanding leadership, scouting spirit, and a willingness to learn, assist, and make things happen within their unit and our district. These recipients were nominated by their unit, and the certificate will be presented in their unit. The Sparkplug Award, likewise, is presented in the unit. These go-to volunteers were nominated for making significant efforts within their unit or the district. These recipients have been a dependable volunteer for a longer time and always seem to get people fired up to move the unit to a higher level, even if it's little by little. Thank you for these nominations. These certificates, as well as any other awards remaining at the end of the event, should be given to the unit leader or a committee chair for presentation at the unit's next opportunity. Bob Bissell will now present the Unit Leader Award of Merit.
Thank you. The Unit Leader Award of Merit replaces the Cubmaster, the Scoutmaster, and the Venturing Crew Advisor Award of Merit programs. this is a relatively new recognition that has revised requirements. And I'm going to take a moment here and I'm going to read to you the requirements. It's not that, that you need to memorize these things, but I've always looked at these requirements as a great guideline on what you need to be doing in your units. So the people who have received this award, the Unit Leader Award of Merit, have done all of the following. Be a currently registered Cub Master, Scout Master Advisor who has served in the position for at least 18 continuous months. Meet the training requirements for that registered position. Distribute a printed or electronic annual unit program plan and calendar to each family in the unit. Now that might seem trivial, but it's a very important tool for a unit to have. Have a leader succession plan in place. Effectively use the advancement method so that at least 60% of the unit's youth have advanced at least once during the last 12 months. Cultivate a positive relationship with the chartered organization and project a positive image of scouting in the community. The unit committee chair completes the Unit Leader Award of Merit nomination form on behalf of the unit committee. For scout troops and venturing crews, the nomination must include an endorsement by the senior patrol leader or the crew president, which is pretty neat that the youth get some voice in recognizing the leadership of the adults in their units. This year, we are very pleased to present this award to Dan Andrus, Scoutmaster of Troop 112, Brent Johnson, Scoutmaster of Troop 733, John Cohen, Cub Master of Pack 124, Laura Rashinsky, Scoutmaster of Troop 1120, and Jay Susi, Cub Master of Pack 112. Let's give those guys a round of applause. And now I'd like to invite Sarah Gormley to introduce us some of the Year awards.
It's been a tradition of the North Star District to recognize adults who are leaders of the year in their respective positions. They are outstanding examples of scouting spirit and service to youth, and they best exemplify the qualities of the position that they hold. With the formation of the Monon District, these awards were retained, and I'm pleased to introduce you to those who have earned the title for their work this year. As I name each person, I ask that they come forward, and please stay up here until we've introduced all of them so that we can recognize them as a group. The PAC Committee Chair of the Year is Carrie Ann O'Keefe of PAC 125. Come on up, Carrie Ann, is she here? Is she online, maybe? Her nominator explained that despite the challenges of COVID, and with much credit due directly to her, 2020 was the most vibrant year that PAC 125 has experienced in recent history. With a well-planned calendar, regular meetings, and promotion of new activities both within the PAC and in the district and council, the PAC thrived. She jumped in to learn, showed up to help, and then took the reins to lead improvements in the PAC that resulted in a high level of engagement and attendance. The PAC is now poised for a fun-filled spring and summer due largely to her leadership, enthusiasm, and organization. The Troop Committee Chair of the Year is Greg Holbrook of Troop 358. Greg's nominator explained that, as sometimes happens in our scouting units, the troop had fallen into a pattern where there were more drop-off parents than actively participating ones. When Greg joined the troop 5 years ago, he was different. He engaged early and often, learning from others and supporting where help was needed. When he stepped into the committee chair position, he already was well informed because of being active and engaged in scouting. His demeanor makes it easy to bring up new ideas, tackle difficult situations, and get buy-in to solutions. All right. Our Crew Committee Chair of the Year is Chris Lowry of Crew 125. Chris has served in this position for the past 2 years, and in addition to coordinating the bi-monthly committee meetings, she also regularly attends crew meetings and activities. She encourages youth to step up and take positions of responsibility, work on religious awards, attend training, and otherwise become more involved. She promotes crew events and accomplishments on social media and her strong relationship with the chartered organization strengthens both the church community and the venturing crew.
Stay here.
Our Cub Master of the Year in the district is John Cohan of PAC 124. When John stepped into the Cub Master role, he could not have known that at the same time he was impacting the lives of young scouts, he would also be fighting for his own life. Faced with intense chemotherapy and radiation, others would have understood if he decided to step aside for a break. Instead, he missed very few PAC activities, going directly sometimes from a chemo infusion to emceeing a PAC meeting or straight from a summer camp activity to a radiation session. Once cancer-free, he redoubled his efforts to deliver the strongest PAC program possible and welcome girls as part of a full family program. His nominator explains that he gets hands, and sometimes face too, dirty while working alongside scouts, and is often seen approaching activities with the blissfulness of youth. The PAC 124 family has been touched and strengthened by John's commitment to helping others at all times, even when he's struggling himself. The Scoutmaster of the Year is Kathy Simmons of Troop 171. Kathy has been the first Scoutmaster of this girl troop. She led an enthusiastic group of girls, including at least 10 who were determined to earn the Eagle rank and who demanded a lot from their other youth leaders as well as the adults to maintain their progress despite the challenges of the COVID pandemic. She worked with the Troop's Patrol Leader Council to execute meetings and workshops for learning and practicing scout skills, which was more challenging when it had to occur via video conference. Kathy would have been an exemplary Scoutmaster during ordinary times, but especially shined as she helped organize a new unit, support girls in their desire to be part of the inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts, and keep the younger scouts in the troop engaged at the same time. And the Venturing Advisor of the Year is Bob Considine of Crew 202. Be careful, Bob can sneak up on you. He always shows up to help, but then prefers to step aside and let others enjoy the spotlight, especially when those others are scouting youth. He guides and challenges the crew's youth leaders, but lets them experience both successes and failures in the safety of a scouting environment. Crew 202 earned the Diamond Award for Excellence this past year by meeting regularly despite the pandemic, planning and executing training, enjoying outdoor programs, performing service projects, and completing advancements, including the Council's only venturing summit rank earned during the year. Please join me in congratulating all of these amazing volunteers for their outstanding service.
Thank you.
And now I'll invite Dave Bardos up to talk to us about the District Award of Merit thing, right?
Thank you, Sarah. The District Award of Merit is presented to those scouters nominated by their peers to have shown exceptional service to youth at the district or council level. This is what sets the award apart from others. We are blessed to be allotted 5 awards this year. Our first honoree began their training as a Weebo leader, took multiple training courses revolving around outdoor themes as they progressed in the scouting operation. They include outdoor leader skills, CPR AED, safe swim defense, safety afloat, American Red Cross instructor, wilderness first aid, and most critically, Voyager. If you need to talk, Don's over here and Dan's over there. Distinguished on the troop level by jumping in immediately as an assistant scoutmaster, then moving up to a 3-year stint as scoutmaster, back to assistant scoutmaster, and then on to a position as a troop committee member. Committee chair, merit badge counselor, recipient has provided multiple years of service to his troop and community. As an advocate of the full family of scouting, he has worked to incorporate the values of scouting to all youth. Recognizing the significance of diversity in the program, he has worked to increase participation, particularly in the Hispanic community. On the district level, that continued service included positions as merit badge counselor, district member at large, council new member coordinator. When the merging of the North Star and Delmite districts was announced, he became a driving force in assuring the merger was seamless, incorporating the history and culture of the two of the strongest districts in the council, as well as coordinating the design of the new Monon district patch. During his tenure, he's been instrumental in helping implement the first 2 central section camporees, including a virtual camporee that has become the model for other districts. As truly one of the founders of the Monon district, it is most appropriate for him to receive this, its highest honor. We're pleased to honor Dr. Paul Govich, the District Award of Merit. Paul is not here tonight, but I understand he's streaming this at this point. So Paul, shout out to you and thank you very much for all you've done. Our second recipient this evening started on the road to adult leadership and scouting 15 years ago as an assistant WEBO's leader and moved on to the troop level as his son crossed over. Like many, membership as a committee member, committee chair, assistant scoutmaster in 2007, eventually to the current position as scoutmaster in 2014, which they hold today. It's always fun to know if you've figured yourself out yet, since you don't know you're getting these awards. Deeply trained in the outdoor elements of training, of the 76 training modules completed, 16 relate to outdoor training, including 2 stints as Wilderness First Aid, and has received the Unit Leader Award of Merit. He was presented his Wood Badge beads in 2015 and has served on staff of 2 Wood Badge courses. On the district level, he has worked with other scouters to document best practices to district camporees. He has made multiple camp promotion presentations and has developed a cadre of youth to make additional presentations throughout the district, encouraging their peers to attend camp. Besides position in the scouting initially noted before, also include a merit badge counselor, crew committee chair, assisted in a phone-a-thon to help Friends of Scouting, and is now the Monon District Camping Chair. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate from Troop 180, Eric Sampson. Eric, if your significant other is here, please have her join you. No? Okay. And please remain up here. Our third recipient of this, our first class of Monon District Award of Merits, epitomizes the scouting axiom that every scout deserves a trained leader. Starting as most of us did at the pack level, the recipient started as a pack trainer over 9 years ago and immersed themselves into pack operations. Starting as a charter rep, they went on to committee chair. On a micro level, our nominee served as a Tiger adult and progressed with the Tiger to the troop level as a member of the troop committee while continuing as the pack charter rep. Some leaders balk at training to some degree, but as indicated, that is not the case with this nominee. Obviously adept at maneuvering through our national website, the nominee has taken 96 training courses, 96, since joining the movement in 2012, receiving the Cub Training Award in 2016. No doubt this emphasis on training provided the pack and troop with solid foundation of the Scouts' focus on the development of youth at all levels. That training prepared them for roles as pack and troop committee membership of the Monon Troop Committee training, pack charter rep. Crossing over to the troop level, the training included elements of outdoor safety, such as hazardous weather, safe swim defense, completing Wood Badge beads in 2019 and currently registered as a Merit Badge counselor. Monon committee member at large, now Monon District Training Chair. I would ask that you welcome and congratulate Susan Wilson of Troop 180. Our next recipient has been an integral part of scouting on the north side of Indianapolis for over 10 years. The nominator identified the recipient as one that has focused on all levels of scouting, from leadership as a Tiger Den leader, a Cub Master, eventually a troop committee member, following the Webelos on to that next level of scouting. Considered a trainer's trainer, the nominee held multiple training for megapacks and developed modules for the round table. Given the multiple positions held in scouting, ranging from Tiger leader, Cub Master, troop committee member, district vice chair, merit badge counselor, it only made sense that on to this position as a unit commissioner was a natural segue. Training courses supported all those positions with specific training as Tiger leader, Den leader, Webelo leader, Cub Master, Baloo, Train the Trainer, and Commissioner training, making this recipient uniquely qualified and to be considered a master trainer. Here in the new Monon District, let's congratulate Charla Merrick. Charlotte not with us? Okay. Eric and Susan, we have something else for you. We'll get it here. Our last recipient is one of those volunteers that never looks for recognition but provides the pumping heart of our organization. You know that this individual has dedicated years of service to scouting when you look at his training records. If you've looked at training records before, if you took that training anytime before like 1980, it says 1911. He hasn't been with us that long, but you'll see a lot of those from 1911. The records, of course, developed further on. The recipient current date starts in 1988. I would bet the recipient has scouting t-shirts older than most of you in here. He is an Eagle Scout, former Scoutmaster in Michigan, twice instructor at the National Jamboree, scouting coordinator for 4 units attached to the Cicero United Methodist Church, and active in Hamilton Heights High School band while volunteering at the Hamilton County Government Center serving Cicero Town Council. This nominee did not seek awards or recognition. In fact, the only award that was recorded notes that he received a Veteran Award in 2018 for 55 years. Charter Representative since 1999, Unit Commissioner since 1988, Merit Badge Counselor since 2006. The recipient is fully trained in all the positions and more. It is with great pleasure that I present to you an eminently qualified District Award of Merit recipient from Troop 103, Dennis Schrump. Congratulations, Dennis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first class, the Monon District Award of Merit. Congratulations. You may have a seat. At this point, I'd like to invite Don Biedenauer to come to the podium.
This is really exciting. The Jerry Simon Monon District Award of Distinction is probably a new award to many of you. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about it before we get on to the presentations. Paul, I hope you're listening. Around the 100th anniversary of the old North Star District, Paul Kovach and Mark Pashon, upon hearing that Jerry Simon, longtime North Star Eagle Board chairman and project reviewer, had intended to step down. And in recognition of the 30-plus years of Jerry Simon's service, Paul and Mark thought it would be appropriate to recognize his service and the service of many more scouts and scouters to come by this award. Jerry and the other members of the district committee felt that this type of award, given at the district discretion, was a valuable recognition of scouters who have given worthy long-term service to the troops, packs, districts, and council over an extended period of time, and beyond what is traditionally and thoughtfully required, and especially with the heartfelt appreciation of the brothers and sisters in scouting that this award represents. With that history in mind, I will turn to the recipients of this year's award. And because of the merger of Delmi and North Star, we thought it would be appropriate to give 2 awards, and we also have a surprise, because most of you whose eyesight's probably better than mine see 3 awards up there. So 2 of them are really going to be fun. The third one's going to be a big surprise. Okay. The first award, maybe you guys can maybe guess a little bit about who this is going to be, but it's been my privilege to work with all 3 of the awardees, and it has definitely made me a better person and a better scout leader, and which is why it's really exciting to give out these awards tonight. The first awardee is a member of the Centennial Scouts, and this was a book that was compiled with pictures and bios of 100 scouts for 100 years. He is a Silver Beaver. He has done district training and served on the staff of a Wood Badge. He's been an Eagle Board chair. He serves on the Aquatics Committee and past course director of the Voyager program. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, congratulations to Dave Bartos. Okay, all right. I think I'm going to get emotional here really quick. The second awardee has been North Star District Chair twice. He's been a Scoutmaster. He's been involved with the World Jamboree, Silver Beaver, as is Dave. I forgot to mention that, but Dave's Silver Beaver too. You can see it around his neck. Been on served on many council committees, risk management, strategic planning, and he's the head of NCAP for the council, and he is a past course director for Voyager program. Well, I please congratulate Dan Cunningham. It looks like the Voyager Mafia has struck again. The last one is really a decision that the awards committee unanimously decided in view of the service of this scouter for a very, very long time and a very large number of activities and programs, and has directed and nurtured and kicked butt and did a lot of things to keep our program here in the Crossroads America Council going, our own individual scouting careers, as well as the district and the council. This scouter is also one of the Centennial Scouts, 100 Scouts for 100 years. Find my notes. Okay. Joanne, I just blew that one. Anyway, she has been a fixture at all Del Mar events for 40 years. She's been involved in multiple district committees, Scouting for Food, New Scout recruiting, unit rechartering, council commission, council commissioner. She's trained at all levels, and she has guided a good many of us through the scouting program. And according to one of my sources, she has worn out at least 3 cars in her scouting duties. And she used to write a column when we had a district newspaper, Joanne, and also a council newspaper. Joanne used to write a column for that. She is known throughout the district as 317-844-8144. Joanne, where are you? Come on up. Welcome, Joanne Burfine, and congratulations.
Sneaky bunch.
Is somebody taking pictures of this, I hope? Thank you. I just would warn the awardees and their families to be cautious with the statuettes. They are more fragile than they look. Yeah, oh, they come apart too. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, one more round of applause. This is really super. Thank you.
That's how you do that, Richard.
Well, before we have our closing, I'd like to invite our district executives to share a minute. So Liv and Emma.
I will keep this very brief. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. I have been a DE for the Monon District for about 4 months, so it's really great to finally meet everyone in person. It is extremely inspiring and humbling to be in a room full of such dedicated volunteers, and your hard work and enthusiasm for scouting does not go unnoticed. I will end with a quote by Wade Phillips. "Nothing worthwhile was ever accomplished without the will to start, the enthusiasm to continue, and regardless of temporary obstacles, the persistence to complete." Thank you.
All right, thank you all for attending this evening. It has been a really long year for all of us, and I am just absolutely overwhelmed by the honor of meeting with each and every one of you once again. This year has brought a lot of change. We started 2020 as 2 districts with different identities and strengths, and we ended this year as a connected, stronger community. Together, our adult leaders built a better committee, a better commissioning corps, and a better district. I truly believe that we have the best volunteers in our district. And my husband and I now volunteer in a different district, so I like to think the competition is getting stiffer. But that's because one thing has not changed this year, and that is the dedication of each and every one of you. The adults in our district have never failed to continually give their time, their talents, and their resources to scouting. Tonight, we got to see just a glimpse of the treasure trove of scouters that we have working daily to make scouting a reality. A special thank you to our district commissioner, Tim Sherrill, for leading our ever-growing team of commissioners, and to Jason King for keeping our committee moving forward to bigger and better things. And to all, thank you very much for all that you do.
Thank you, Liv and Emma. It certainly is an honor to share this room with all of you tonight, from our new Eagles this last year to all of our leaders who've been recognized for your years of service. All of you truly make us want to be better scouters and scouts, and so thank you again for being here tonight. I now ask if our color guard could reassemble.
May the audience please rise for retirement of the colors. Color guard, attention. Color guard, prepare to retire the colors. Scout hand salute. Color guard, retire the colors. Color guard, dismissed. Two.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Enjoy your evenings. Have a safe trip home.